Hello and welcome, dear viewers, to another explosive episode of Star Scandal Spotlight. Today, we're diving into a story that fans have been waiting way too long to hear. Get ready, because the whispers are turning into headlines. That's right, no more denials. Kim Ji-won and her Queen of Tears co-star are the real deal. After months of secret glances, behind-the-scenes tension, and undeniable chemistry, the truth is finally breaking through the silence. What did the agency say? What clues did fans catch before the official word? Stay with us, because the full story is coming your way right now. For months, the entertainment world has been swirling with rumors. Whispers turned into online threads, and screenshots became fuel for thousands of theories. The nation held its breath every time Kim Ji-won and her Queen of Tears co-star were seen together, even if just a flicker of eye contact was caught on camera. But no one could have predicted the truth would explode this way. It started subtly, too subtly. During interviews, both Kim Ji-won and her co-star would give professionally crafted answers, always deflecting questions about their on-screen chemistry. Fans chalked it up to brilliant acting, but some weren't convinced. They don't look at other cast members like that, one fan wrote on a viral Twitter thread. There's something too real in their eyes. But the real shock came just days ago, at a behind-closed-doors press event in Seoul. A leaked clip, now with over 12 million views in less than 48 hours, showed Kim Ji-won laughing uncontrollably as her co-star whispered something in her ear. Her face flushed a shade of red fans had never seen before. The intimacy wasn't rehearsed, it wasn't for the camera. It was real, and the world noticed. Fans, desperate for answers, began pulling receipts. Footage from awards shows suddenly looked different under this new lens. Soft glance here, a hand that lingered just a second too long. Their on-screen reunion and Queen of Tears had already ignited the internet. But now, viewers were combing through every frame for signs of unscripted affection. Then came the moment no one expected. Kim Ji-won's agency, known for its stoic silence and airtight media control, issued a statement. We are aware of the growing public interest regarding Miss Kim Ji-won and her co-star. At this time, we asked for understanding as we respect their private lives. It wasn't a denial. It wasn't even vague. It was practically an admission. And for fans who had been piecing together this puzzle for over a year, it was everything. But the plot thickened. Just hours after the statement, paparazzi photos were released showing Kim Ji-won and her co-star leaving a private rooftop restaurant in Gwon. The two wore matching black masks, but their body language was unmistakable. As they stepped into the same car, his car, the lens caught something that sent social media into a frenzy, their fingers brushing briefly, then intertwining. It was delicate, but intentional. AP confirmed, fans declared. Queen of Tears wasn't just acting, it was a love letter, and it didn't stop there. As close to the production team began to talk, off the record, one insider revealed, "Feel it on set. They didn't need direction for the emotional scenes. It was as if the feelings were already there. We just rolled the cameras and let it happen." Another crew member added, "There were days we had to cut scenes not because they made mistakes, but because their emotions were too raw, too real." The director said, "We're not filming a drama anymore, we're capturing something else." Now, fans are divided between pure elation and stunned disbelief. Forums have exploded. Some feel vindicated, others are begging for a formal confirmation. But amid the chaos, one thing is certain: the boundaries between fiction and reality have blurred in the most romantic and shocking way. Kim Ji-won, the elegant queen of K-dramas, stepped into a real-life love story far more compelling than any script could offer. And her co-star? He's no longer just the male lead. He's the man who might have rewritten her entire narrative, off-screen. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning. Just when fans thought the story couldn't get any more explosive, part 2 of this unfolding romance hit the headlines, and it hit hard. Only 3 days after the agency's ambiguous but revealing statement, Kim Ji-won was spotted again. This time, not at an awards show or a press event, but quietly stepping out of her co-star's apartment building just before sunrise. Paparazzi photo, blurred but undeniable, captured her in a hoodie, baseball cap, and no makeup. And yet, The glow on her face was unmistakable. She was smiling, while netizens went into overdrive. Media outlets scrambled for confirmation, and that's when the unexpected happened. A live video surfaced during an online fan meeting hosted by her co-star, meant to be a casual Q&A. Someone in the comments asked, "How did it feel acting with Kim Ji-won?" The room fell silent for a beat too long, then he smiled and gave a pause that said everything. "Honestly," he said, eyes flicking briefly off camera, "it didn't feel like acting." Exploded. He continued, this time with a tremble in his voice. "Some scenes weren't scripted. They just happened. I'm grateful the cameras caught them." Then, almost like a confession, he added, "Sometimes you meet someone who changes how you breathe. She was that person for me." Within minutes, the clip trended worldwide. #G1 Love Confession, #Queen of Real Feelings, #No More Denials. The industry was stunned. Actor, especially not one at the height of a red-hot drama, would risk derailing a career with such raw vulnerability. But he did. And Kim Ji-won? Her silence was just as loud. That very night, her manager released a second, more emotional statement. Kim Ji-won thanks her fans for their unwavering love. She's chosen to live truthfully, not just in her performances, but in her personal life as well. We ask for respect as she embraces this new chapter. It was the closest thing to an official confirmation. And for fans, that was more than enough. But while the public celebrated, the behind-the-scenes chaos was another story. Sponsors started pulling back, wary of the scandalous headlines. International endorsements paused negotiations, worried the narrative was spinning out of control. One broadcast executive, to remain anonymous, confessed, "Never expected the drama to spill into reality. But what's happening now, this kind of real-life emotional engagement, is actually pulling more viewers in." Indeed, reruns of Queen of Tears saw a 300% spike in streaming overnight. The final episode, which aired months ago, was suddenly back in the top 10. Why? Because everyone was watching it differently now. Every touch, every tear, every whispered word felt unscripted. And then came the moment that shattered whatever doubt remained. During a charity gala event in Busan, Kim Ji-won and her co-star arrived together. No stylists, no handlers, no attempt to avoid cameras. He helped her out of the car. She adjusted his tie. They walked in hand. One reporter screamed, "Is this your official debut as a couple?" Kim Ji-won turned, smiled, and said two words, "Why not?" The crowd gasped. The flashbulbs burst. The internet imploded. From reel to reel, the couple who once stole hearts with their tragic on-screen love story had given fans a brand new narrative, one of defiance, honesty, and undeniable connection. It wasn't just romance anymore. It was a rebellion against the polished, PR-managed masks so many stars are forced to wear. And as fans lit up message boards with phrases like "they chose love over image," one truth rang clear. Kim Ji-won and her Queen of Tears co-star weren't hiding anymore. They had become Korea's most unexpected, electric, and fearless couple, and we were lucky enough to witness it, unfiltered.